So, I guess that brings me back to like, what is money? Like we're talking about money all night. What is money? I mean, on one level, it really is just numbers, right? And it makes decision making really simple because there's nothing in the world more rational than numbers. You take a number, you add another number to it, you look at what results, and you make your decision based on that. And so up next, really moving piece by Mac Rogers. We're going to look at just one such choice. I don't know how I said that. One such choice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a rational choice.
When you said, "I'll pay you to stay," I had pretty much the same reaction you would. Excuse me? I'll pay you $500 a week to stay. For real, so that's the plan. I'm going to fuck you for money? Not sex, he said. This would just be to stay. Well, right, I said. Both things I don't want to do. Money's got nothing to do with it. But where will you go? He said. God, nothing is worse than when he's ostentatiously trying not to cry. I mean, you can't get a lease, they do a background check. Plus, without a job, right, that. Now, when you're somewhat over 30, and you just lost a, let's just call it non-administrative job at Key Food, you kind of reassess. Which is why I was leaving. He was one of the things I reassessed. So I got cruel, ripped the Band-Aid off. Well, isn't paying me to stay kind of what's been happening for months now? Well, that was just expenses, groceries, he said. What I'm offering is a weekly salary. A weekly salary for what exactly? To live here, to come home to here every night, to sit around, watch TV, to sleep here. You can have the bed if you want. Just so every night when I come home, I know you're here. Stupidest shit I ever heard. Who even has $500 a week? Oh, I do, he said. I have it. If I miss a payment, you can leave. And by now, he was like hyperventilating, like I had him at gunpoint. He was talking for his life. And now, there's a thing that happens to you when you're in a corner. You start to rework the unthinkable until it becomes, thinkable. Because let's review. No friends. My mom washed her hands. And any form that says, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Well, there's only one box I can X. I mean, he probably could have got me to stay for $250. I mean, just the 4 walls. But there was something about this pink-faced boy who had had a boner for me since sophomore year that made me want to be honest. I will take your money, and I will spend every second looking for a job and an apartment. He nodded desperately. Do whatever you want, but for every week you stay, you'll get $500. I'll take it from someone who's done time. Nothing so weird it can't become normal. I spend my days getting turned down by laundromats and KFCs, and at night I'd watch NCIS Idol or some shit with him until I passed out on the couch. I told him he could keep his jizzy bed to himself. And every Friday, 25 20s in an envelope, which I carried on foot 5 blocks to the branch like I'm a goddamn refugee from the 20th century. I mean, I could have done wire transfer, but I didn't even want to be joined to him in that way, So I wanted a blind cutout between his money and mine. Was that irrational? That's what I did. Maybe I shouldn't have, because wire transfer is invisible, but when you courier the money yourself, when you think what it would all look like stacked somewhere, you start to think about where it came from. I didn't get seriously freaked out until the cans started piling up in the recycling bin. Like I said, I bagged this shit for 8 months. I know which soup is the cheapest. Doing the math, I'd say he was getting 3 meals per can, which, okay, not unimpressive, but still. Curiosity, What's a guy in his line of work pull in? Which meant I had to get his password. Which meant sitting really close to him while he was logging into his checking account. Side of thigh, touching side of thigh. Goddamn hope and the way his whole body tenses he was gone, I looked. He gets a deposit of a little under $1,500 every 2 weeks, and they withhold at his job, so I guess IT pays better than I thought. So, 2/3 right off the top every month straight to me. Rent $700, utilities, I don't fucking know, let's guess $150. Leaving him $150 to eat and make car payments. I mean, there's no way that works, right? And of course, there's a right thing I should do now, just like there was when I walked up on that bitch 8 years ago. But knowing what's right is just a thing in your head. It doesn't necessarily stretch all the way to your knuckles. Because here's the thing. I found this shitty landlord, and if I pay him 5 months rent up front, he'll rip up the background check he ran on me. I can start over. So I ran the numbers. And if I keep taking the 25/20s just a little longer, then I hear you asking me, what's it going to buy me exactly? 5 months of living by myself while Panera doesn't call me back? Then what? A shelter? The streets? And my answer to you is yeah, that. What? Does it make sense? Makes sense to me. When his car wasn't there one day was when I got hammered and started screaming at him. How you gonna get to work? Down at his baby pink face on the couch. Just throwing your money in the toilet. You could be taking out girls that actually fucking like you. Spending your money like this is insane. It's not, though. His little trembly cheeks turned up to me. I spend my money on what I want. If I want to watch NCIS with you more than I want that car, then it would actually be insane for me to spend my money on the thing I want less. Well, I walked right out and spent the night getting fucking destroyed. And when I went home in the morning, he was on his way to the bus stop. I said, you should take some out for last night. I didn't come home last night. He said, it could be like a sick day. And it's like, have you ever seen anything so perfectly pathetic that it almost 180'd into triumph? So today's Friday. Today when he hands me the 25/20s, I have 5 months rent. Today he hands me his own destruction in an envelope, and I get to take my shot. I've been doing this all day. Yeah, at first I didn't even think about it, but after a couple hours I was like, what is this? What, my hands asleep? What's that for? I think it's like I'm doing a systems check. I think I'm trying to make sure that when he hands me the envelope, that I can take it and not drop it and not throw it away. The whole 5 blocks to the branch until I can give it to the bank people. And it's finally over.